Okay, let's talk about financial reconciliation. That mind-numbing task we all have to do. But what if we could flip the script on that whole chore and turn it into something, well, intelligent and completely error-proof? Today, we're going to look at exactly that. Think about it. So much of our business world, it really runs on spreadsheets, right? They're kind of the backbone of everything. But just imagine, what if those spreadsheets had a bodyguard? A guardian that doesn't just, catch mistakes after the fact, but actually stops them from ever happening at all. Because, let's be real, there's a huge hidden risk in the way we've always done things. We're talking about a process where one tiny little mistake, a simple human error, can just sit there quietly and grow into a massive, really costly problem later on. And this slide, well, it really lays it all out. The old way, it's manual, it's slow, and it's absolutely full of potential errors. But the real killer? It's bypassable. You know how it is. You're in a hurry, you skip a check, and boom, that's when a mistake gets through. The new way changes all that. It's automated, it's accurate, and, this is the most important part, it's mandatory. No more shortcuts. And that brings us to the hero of our story today, a system called LedgerShield. This is the thing that's designed to be that digital guardian for all your financial data. So what is LedgerShield really? Well, it's an AI-powered system that completely flips the script on reconciliation. It takes that passive, easy-to-ignore task and turns it into a mandatory financial discipline. And believe me, that one word, mandatory, makes all the difference in the world. Seriously, forget everything you think you know about financial software. This is not just another program you install. It's much more like having a digital financial detective living right inside your workflow. And its entire mission? To follow the money, to verify all the facts, and to make sure every single number is exactly right. So how does this digital detective actually crack the case? Come on, let's peek under the hood and see the journey your financial data takes as it goes through this 5-layer security system. It's really a 5-step journey to total financial clarity. First, all your data gets ingested. Then, the AI brain gets to work analyzing it. After that, a really crucial enforcement layer makes sure everything is accurate. Then you see the real, tangible results. And finally, the system actually helps you build better financial habits over time. Let's zoom in on the 2 most important steps here. So the intelligence layer. This is the powerful AI brain of the whole operation. This is where all the heavy lifting happens. It saves you just countless hours by analyzing transactions, matching up entries, and then assigning a confidence score to every single item. And hey, remember that bodyguard we were talking about earlier? Well, this is it in action. The enforcement layer is basically a digital bouncer. If the AI finds a transaction that looks even a little bit suspicious, it literally blocks your report from going through until a human being gives it the all clear. There are no exceptions and 0 workarounds. And of course, there's the huge question of security, right? Well, this system was designed from the ground up with a privacy-first approach. All the processing, all the magic, it happens right on your machine, in memory. It makes no external calls, so your data always stays yours, period. Okay, so let's try and get inside the mind of our AI detective for a second. How does it know the difference between a perfect match and something suspicious? Well, it's not magic. It's actually a really clear, transparent set of rules that governs every single decision it makes. And here it is, the AI's logic, all laid out for us. You can see right away that the transaction amount is the heavyweight champ, making up a huge 40% of the score. But it's not working alone. The date and the description are just as important to make sure the context is right before it confirms a match. Now, this right here is the magic number. The system has one totally unbreakable rule. Any discrepancy over 10,000 rupees is an automatic red flag. It literally does not matter how perfect everything else seems to be. A gap that big absolutely demands a human eye. And this is where the AI gets really, really smart. It has what are called signal control rules to prevent it from making dumb mistakes. For instance, it's not going to match an expense for coffee with a purchase for office supplies just because the dates are kind of close. The AI needs to see a logical semantic connection, not just a statistical one. So these smart rules, they build trust in the system's accuracy. And once you have that trust, LedgerShield can take things one step further. It stops being about just, correcting data, and it starts being about correcting your habits. And get this, the final layer of LedgerShield actually turns finance into a kind of game. You can earn streaks for doing your reconciliation consistently every day, and you can unlock achievements for hitting your financial goals. It's a really clever way to turn what used to be a boring chore into a pretty satisfying habit. And it all comes back to this one really powerful idea. The entire system, from top to bottom, is built to do one thing: transform that passive, error-prone process into an active, mandatory discipline. It's about ensuring financial integrity by design, not just by chance. So, we've seen how AI can totally revolutionize financial discipline. And it really makes you wonder, what's next? What other part of our work lives could be completely transformed by a digital guardian like this? I mean, the possibilities are pretty much endless.